Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today we're doing a bit of a rush job today. I am kind of tight on time, so we're doing a nice goblin-y video here featuring the new Stadium Headliner, a 1-mana 1/1 Goblin Warrior with Mobilize 1. You've seen it in all my Mobilize decks. It's a goblin. It spits out another token, which is not a goblin, but it does, facilitate some other strategies. Most importantly, for 1 in a red, you can sack it. It deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature. So in a deck that wants lots of creatures, this is another creature that doubles as a removal spell, which is really what you want, similar to how the Cacophony Scamp works. When it dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any other target, and its power scales with your lords like your Horde Master and your Dropkick Bomber. So I like the Headliner. I'm very excited to try it out here in the Goblin-y shell today. I think kind of the crux of the deck is, do you lean into War Leader's Call, or do you lean into more removal spells? If you want to run lots of War Leader's Call, you want a high density of creatures, so you don't necessarily want to play Torch's Tower. Pretty much everything needs to be a payoff for this card. But that means you don't have as much removal against mono red, and I think I'm going to try out for Torch's Tower here today. We also have some extra tokens to sack off of the Headliner and the usual Seer Slicer Goblin here. So we're going to sit with Torch for the mono red matchup, but I could see the argument being go all in on the War Leader's Call and maybe even cut all the torches and just throw in more 1-drop goblins like the Firebrand, just so you're triggering that as many times as possible. From a brief look at the data, it looks like this card is actually performing pretty well and much better than the Dropkick Bomber, but because I want to lean into Torch the Tower, I'm not as confident running 4 copies of War Leader's Call because I really want a lot of creatures to make the payoff worth it. Here we go. We're diving in. We got 1 hour to knock this out, and then I gotta make a thumbnail, and then I gotta GTFO and move on. What is this? Final Fantasy. Oh, that looks, not gonna lie, that looks pretty freaking sick. Okay, all right, well, I guess the new set is like already here. That's cool. You know, I'm not even that sad about it. new cards are welcome. All right, I changed my cam here. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't block anything. I feel like it's of a reasonable size. Nuira, what you got, man? No 1-drop creature. I like that. Do you mulligan this? Just for the 1-drop? I almost think you do. Because you're so slow otherwise, but the heavy's very good. I guess we'll keep it. I would love to see a 1-drop in hand. Okay. No 1-drop for us. But if we go heavy 3 drops, then lockdown is not as painful. Okay. I guess either way is fine. This makes the heavy a bit better next turn, right? I guess both are fine. Maybe we'll start here. Alright, Beanstalk. No lockdown yet. Cool. Get the heavy moving. See if they have a smite here. No stick, no smites. Turn 4 Day of Judgment is the next barrier. Land. Binding. Alright. And the next layer is turn 5 Sunfall. Just one step at a time here. Alright, I guess we could double spell. So that's 6. Yeah, just checking for lethal off the rush. It is a huge amount of damage. So do we extend further into the sweeper? Or is it pointless? Yeah, I think we will. If they go like Binding and Beza, maybe we're gonna want the extra creatures. Who's to say? If they Sunfall will be sad, but what are you gonna do? Avatar. Sunfall. Sadness invoked. Alright, we press on here. Scamp. And a Dropkick Bomber. Dude's got a 7/7 on the way. Frontline Rush would actually do a lot of damage just off the Scamp alone. It's almost lethal. Well, it was almost lethal. Now it is less almost lethal. Good news is, even if we had held back, anything we played would have been swept anyway, so we're not that punished for it. We're only the regular amount of punished. We're not additionally punished. I think there's no discard outlet in this deck. Alright, holding on to the pump spell. Another pro to the War Leader's Call is it is a random enchantment that does not die to sweepers. So you get to maintain that value through Sunfalls and Day of Judgments and all that jazz. It's another land. Okay. Alright. If we go Zur, it's not great. It is Zur. Okay. That is 12 points of lifelink. Maybe more if they level up the Beanstalk as well. Okay. Let's go in. I still think Torch Tower will be better versus Mono Red. Otherwise, we have let's see. I mean, the removal is we have to use the Scamp proactively as removal, and hope to get a Mobilize trigger removal guy as well. The Stadium Headliner. Do the Brilliance. I feel like I played against this guy. We're on the play. We have a 1-drop this game, which is nice. My eye is kind of tweaking out. I like that too. Fast land. Stadium Headliner. Alright. And new card in Standard. I like it. I'm feeling it. I told you at some point, I feel like Goblins is what Mono Red is supposed to be. Does not feel too unfair. It's a Traxa. Reanimator. Turn 4. Reanimate Traxa. It's 2 to the face. Make an extra Goblino. I'm feeling Rakdos Reanimator. That's my guess. Colorless Reanimator. It could be some kind of Ugani deck. I don't know. Okay. Pump the board. Mobilize. It's a 10. There's no double white for lockdown. So I'm not so sure he's getting out of this one. Okay. Target creature, yeah. Alright. Nope. Continue to do the things here. Is a red removal spell. Carnosaur makes sense. So can we win if they get back Valgavoth? Is kind of the big question here. We are going to have Menace, so certainly possible. This is only 2 target creature, yeah. At the 4. We can come out to play. I don't think they're going to sweep, so we're just going for it here. So Menace, and then Pump. Oh, you got a sweeper? What? Who's oopsin'? Me or you? You're oopsin'. Alright, that's all good. Probably no mistakes made on your end. Back up. We've not made its mythic yet. Let's see. It's halfway through the month. It's the 16th of April. Y'all do your taxes yesterday? I guess the answer is you kind of had to. Any comments today that are of interest? I'm gonna go first. We're on the draw with a 1-drop and a bunch of 3-drops. I will be fine with that. Never-ending student, sorry, says, love the content, commentary, analysis. It's been great watching your channel grow. Keep it up. I can definitely see this working well mid to long term, but not in the short term. I don't really know what that means. Thanks. This is my shameless plug. You can subscribe if you aren't already. We're coming up on 40,000 subscribers. It's going to be a big day. It's not a 2-drop. It's a Scamp. Against Gruul. Thoughtful Gruul. Deep, pensive Gruul. Mellow Yeti asks, I'm sure this has been discussed, but why run Lantern over Vacuum? In best of 1, Lantern is cyclable. So in the 5 to 10% of games that are Omniscience or Graveyard decks, great, you did the thing. In the 90-ish% games where it's useless, you just pay 1 and cycle it. That's why. Ghost Vacuum is really only useful in the 10% of matchups, and it is completely dead in the other ones. Like, sure, once in a blue moon, you'll get the win con out of it. But for the most part, it's dead. I think we probably need to kill this thing now. And between the 2 of these guys, I mean, technically you do more damage. in the short term. I think that's fine. I don't think we wait for the hexproof. I think we just get it done. It's a huge amount of damage off that card. There are lots of other great options. Rest in Peace is okay, but not cyclable. And then Cease and Desist is the other really solid one. We don't have to land here. So we're just going to the face. Opponent does not have any creatures, it looks like. They might have the Meeked. Or Headliner. It is pretty cool artwork. Although I feel like it's backwards, right? Like the warrior is throwing the goblin. But I feel like this creature is a goblin. So it should be a goblin who like throws a little warrior, right? Is that not flipped? Okay, a little bit of draw. Audacity, Challenger. Got it. No land for us. No creatures for the opponent. So we sack the Headliner. If we attack and a sack, we'll have 2 creatures left. So we can deal 2 damage to the Challenger. Potentially, if they tap out. Not that we have to, but it is an option. Very careful manual taps here. I guess we are very intentionally leave open green, probably for Audacity. Okay, so the question is, do we sack the Headliner to kill this thing? Or if we hit land, do we just go full offensive? I guess currently we could try to go full offensive, I guess. No blocks here. It's also got 1 red open, so now that makes it a bit more precarious. It does appear to be some amount of stick here. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's like another shock or might have Meek in hand. Alright, there's a land. I don't think it's worth going for the removal spell. Seems too risky. It's either heavy or pump squad. And I think the heavy is good here. It's definitely stick. Pensive Gruul player. He's thinking. He's got that shock in hand or something. Does not use it before we move to combat. Could still kill the Headliner before we declare attacks. He's really thinking about it, though. He's really thinking about it. Alright. Get him. Even more thought at every step. He has to reevaluate the same decision. 99 Magic says, I'd be so down for community experiments with our results and our interpretations following later videos. Dude, I would be too. I think it's really cool. I feel like that's maybe the first time I've played a deck that has showed up on Untapped.gg. This is in reference to the Is It video I made like 5 days ago at this point. But I think it's very cool to see that. Let's not sack the Scamp here. I mean, with the mono red video yesterday, I was pretty interested at the beginning of the video, and then by the end of the video, I felt like I'd already come to my same conclusion. I would still be interested to see the stats, because it feels like, you know, a sub 50% win rate associated with Tirsa doesn't really intuitively make sense to me. It's a very solid card. Like, it's just, there's so little downside to, it's not a bad card. It will always do something. It was just interesting to find that I felt like I always had so many things to do with my mana that A, extra lands were rarely ever bad. You have to really flood out not to be able to make use of all your lands. And then B, we always had stuff to do with our mana. We take 6 here, at least. What is this? +1. So that's +2. That's 8. Okay, we're not dead yet. I think we go no blocks. This is a double strike, yeah. Sure, it's got trample anyway. They have a 3/3. So if we attack and sack, we get through for 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. If we drop kick bomber, we get in for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage plus fling. I feel like that's lethal, right? Unless they have a removal spell here. I think it's just this. I think we're just going for it here. So we'll always get the scamp damage when it dies too. Unless it gets torched. If they go torch scamp blocks something, then what? 7, they take 7 only. What's our goblin control gains fly? That's interesting. Torch, can Torch sack a enchantment? Could they sack Audacity here? Oh man, bargain sack artifact enchantment. Yeah, they could. I think we toss this on the heavy to guarantee we get in for that damage, right? I mean, I think we're gonna win or lose this turn either way, right? Never used this before. Alright, you can get flying? I think that's reasonable. So we get past the druid for sure. I mean, either way, I'm pretty sure we're losing on the crackback, so we're looking for the W here. Alright, Ichu doesn't have first strike though. Hopefully it doesn't have first strike. Shock goes where? Okay. I think we still got him here. Play Flood away, and the scamp dies, and we sack it for, I guess only 1, huh? I'm not sure how that would have ordered. It looks like it would have done for 1. I would have thought we would have gotten the 2, but maybe that's incorrect. Maybe the dropkick bomber dies first in the sequence of things. Dan Becker says, love these videos where you try a new card to see if it improves a classic. We're in luck today. We're doing it. CGB started playing 4x Pit of Offerings in a Breaching Dragonstorm combo deck to defeat Omniscience decks. Do you think 3x Pit of Offerings would help the mono red win rate or hurt it? Pit of Offerings is another good tech against graveyard removal. On the play here. Cool. Looks fine to me. Pit of Offerings is totally acceptable. I think the problem is if you have to curve out, you just have to play it on 1. Maybe you can wait a little bit, but at some point you're really forced into a place where if it's one of your, let's say you want to run like a 25 land deck. If it's one of your opening hand 3 lands, like you kind of just have to play it to curve out. So you get put in this weird position where you might have to deploy it early before you can actually take advantage of it to get rid of Omniscience. That is the first problem with it. So to fix that, you need to, and it can't be part of your 25 lands, right? It would need to be like run 26 or 27, and those other 2 are just tech lands that you don't have to play. Like you need to mentally know, like, okay, I could hold on to this to play against Omniscience. So that's kind of one drawback to the Pit of Offering. Just so you know, it's a land when it enters. I think you exile maybe up to 3 cards, or maybe I'll look it up real quick. I want to say it's up to 3 cards from any graveyard, and then it can make mana of any of those colors. Pit of Offerings. I did experiment with it a little bit when I was doing my qualification plan. Yeah, exile up to 3 target cards from graveyards. So yeah, that's liability number 1, is that sometimes you just have to play it early, and then you're like, all right, well, I don't have my key tech against the thing late. Goblin. I think we just get the heavy down first. It's the mirror, by the way. And then issue number 2 with it is the timing is nowhere near as good as the Lantern. Right, you play it, if you know it's Omniscience or Graveyard or whatever, you play Lantern on 1, you just sit there. You have a 0 mana threat of activation for the rest of the game. It doesn't matter whose turn it is, doesn't matter what's going on. I guess we'll take the action. Let's kill this thing. They're Agatha's Soul Cauldron. No, that's fine. It gets better next turn, right? Plus I kind of want this stuff in the graveyard. Yeah, so the 0 mana threat of activation at instant speed for the rest of the game is brutal. It's devastating. So it is vastly better than Pit of Offerings. You can certainly throw Pit of Offerings in random decks and hope to top deck it late in the game when it happens to be relevant. but Lantern is very flexible in best of 1. Anyway, to answer your question, do you think 3x Pit of Offerings would help with the mono-red win rate? I would say definitely hurt it. You really don't want tap lands in your aggro decks. I would not run that at all. Yeah, it's just not worth it. You're so good at doing the thing you're doing. You're so good at just curving out and obliterating people that just like you don't need to slow down your deck for anything. Like your matchup versus Omniscience isn't bad. It's 50-50. It's literally a goldfish coin flip. That's it. So it's not worth playing around. And Omniscience, I haven't seen as much lately. Like what % of the meta is it even today? Go to meta. So bronze to mythic, 4%. It is the 5th most played deck, but it's only 4%. So you know, maybe it doesn't need to be played around even as much as I kind of claim it to be. Could offer the heavy trade. I guess that would be fine. It wouldn't be ideal. We could frontline rush here to save it. It'd be +3/+3. It's kind of a waste if they don't double block, though. I think I'd rather offer the trade. So we throw away the bomber. They double block that. I don't think I'm quite as thrilled. We do have the backup though. I think we go attack all here. I think as the aggressor, we just shove through pressure. It's very hard to be on the back end of this. To be on the draw, an opponent has some lords, is tough. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I was not really paying attention to the board state so much. I was talking quite a bit. So they do get a 3/3 here, which eats the bomber if we let it. Which is kind of my bad. But I also wasn't paying attention. Yeah, that's not great. Drops to 12. Do we pick off the 3/3 now? I think the answer is probably yes. No, don't do that. Okay, they can put it in the cauldron. And then we have to remember they can use 4 mana to make a dragon hit his speed. They exhaust instead, though. That's interesting. Bin a Krenko, put Krenko in the cauldron, tap the goblin, make a single goblin blocker? It's not devastating yet. It's going to get a lot worse next turn. Hopefully we can drop kick bomb this turn for a lot of damage, and then just frontline rush through a random creature for lethal next turn. I think that would be the ideal outcome here. Let's create 1 goblin. Okay. I think we're offering the heavy here too, because they don't really want to block, and the next creature they play won't have haste necessarily. If they trade, we get in for 4. I don't think I'm throwing away the bomber this turn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll do it like this. They're thinking about tapping it to make a chump blocker for the heavy. They're just going to trade with the heavy here. Okay. They make 1 goblin. Drops an 8. Okay. We can give 1 thing flying for 1, and we can pump the rest of the board. So we're definitely close to finding lethal. So now they can make 2 goblins with this guy. Reading the card. Maybe a torch tower. These nuts, 1,000 says, they do have a torch. Alright, alright, alright. Okay. I don't think we care about, I guess we'd rather it exiled, I guess, right? So there's one fewer, potential cauldron target. One top. They don't put the token on it. You probably might as well, unless you have limited fodder. I think there are a lot of creatures. I think you can, or oh yeah, they're infinite creatures. You might as well shove the +1 counter on it, I think. Feels like there's low downside. Anyway, these nuts 1,000 says, Dr. Ruckus, can you do a data decipher video like you did at the start of this, but for life gain decks / cards, and what's better, mono white or white / black? Thanks. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, does not have haste. Probably don't need to attack for 4 damage, drop them to 4. I mean, next turn gets terrible, right? Because then they just get infinite goblins. We would need trample to get through here. I mean, I don't think we're really going to win. From this point, it seems unlikely. Unless we give the Bastronaut trample. It just has double strike and menace. Because they just have an increasingly, you know, a scaling. So they go heavy. They play a goblin here. Or 2 goblins. And then they make, you know, 4 goblin tokens. And then they tap something else. And then make, you know, 8 goblin tokens. So we would have to have flight or trample. Or a scamp could do direct damage. We could... They can always chump block a scamp, though. Like, if we pump it with frontline rush, we could save the Bastronaut. Maybe it's annoying enough. I just don't think we win this long game, right? Hold on. +X, yeah. Okay. Yeah, dropkick, bomber, War Leader's Call is a way to win potentially. They don't have any goblins in hand. It's got to be the scamp somehow sneaking through for lethal. They do the Soul Cauldron now, put it on something else, and then sack one of their tokens to deal 1 damage. That does make they're making fewer goblins off the Krenko ability this turn. Yeah, I could do one of those videos. You know, I've never been high on the Leyline of Hope, but perhaps that is incorrect of me. I feel like I played it pretty recently and lost to it. Let's see, tier list. Mono white life gain. Yes, you dealt 1 damage to it. I cannot save it. Yeah. Oh, in opening hand. What in deck? Okay. Again, they just tap the heavy here and make 2 goblins. And then we need some weird set of evasion to possibly win. Yeah, you might as well keep the heavy back. Just make 3 goblins. I think I'm about ready to move on to the next game. I don't really think this one's gonna work out. Yeah. Okay, we'll take one more draw, but I'm about ready to move on. Land. Sure. We'll just go on to the next game. I don't think we'll win this one, and probably not worth sticking out for that. Leyline of Hope. Let's see. Included win rates. Yeah, there's not a ton of data. Actually, no, I might tweak the deck a little bit if we get to. We're currently at the 30-minute mark. Let's go ahead and try out War Leader's Call. Let's see how that feels. We didn't really get to see a whole lot of Torch, I guess. I might even just go full-on Lord here. There's a lot of Lords. Does the thing, though. I do wish we had, something like this. Wish we had more 2-drop goblins. Yeah, we'll do something like this. Full-on Lord Tribal. Or Anthem Tribal. Yeah, it doesn't really look like there's great data. So first off, like, you know, the data is so-so. Like, it's not a perfect... you try to interpret it for what I can. And it's interesting to look at, but it's certainly not the end-all, be-all. Hello, Winterborn. Oh gosh, scary animation there. Okay, we got 1-drop, 2-drop Anthem. How bad could it be? No blocks. Oh, baby. Alright. Can this thing block? No, it cannot block. Alright. So it's just turn 3 Inex, or do they have you know, a combo with Rakshasa? What is the bit? What is the bit we're trying to do here? It's another unblockable, or unable to block Rakshasa, and another tapped skeleton. We could definitely block with our 1/1 here. A non-skeleton creature died this turn. Still attack with the Rakshasa next turn. Sack it and kill the conscript. We're about to take 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage here. We're actually about to take a lot of damage here. I wonder if they about to double the damage off of the turn 4 demon. That's funny. I think I will take this block. If they go turn 4 demon, double the damage, we just lose on the spot, right? Okay. We do get a blocker, although not great against trample. Land Alcazaz? Is that what this is? That is going to hit like a truck. Attack with both. Hit us for 10. They got something. No blocks for me. Drop to 8. It's got trample. Hmm? Kill me somehow? Dies? Get the skeleton trigger? What are we doing here? Yeah, skeleton back. Comes in tapped though. Removal spell on the heavy. Okay, that's not that scary. Frontline rush. I don't think you're lethal yet. Attack with everyone except for the 2/1. I mean, technically this is a lot more damage this turn, right? This is add 1 damage per turn. This is double the damage. I think everyone except the goblin can go here. That's a lot of damage. Menace. Trade. So 11. Into the battlefield. Trigger. Down to 10. Alright, it's a 6/6 demon. We can definitely frontline rush through that. So if that's the play, we can do this first. Makes the rush a little bit better. In case we sneak through lethal here somehow. +5. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nice. Definitely a strong card when it comes together. Cannot be slept on. Potentially it has to be a 4 of. I mean, it's so good. It's very good. We're just kind of dirtling around with the triple lords, but that card is extremely good. We'll go more like this. This gives us more 2-drops in a deck that, yeah, doesn't have enough 2-drops. Need one more random goblin, and I think you'd start to be really happy. More random, rare 2/2. Philo Inglis. We're on the play with no 1-drop. Mana's okay. We could keep this. It's not my favorite. Hello. Thank you. Alright. For who? Discard. I think maybe the rush goes here. If they're pixies, we just want infinite creatures, I think. Guess we'll give him the goblin. Idea of the Horde Master survives a little longer. Sneeze here. I might bend the land to another nightmare. Do nothing. So either nowhere to run or flash in a Kieran. They move to second main phase, and then they decide to pixie. It's wild. Man, the heavy, I feel like the heavy is good. I think the next goblin goes. It's tempting to throw away the land. Yeah, okay. I don't think we throw away the Seer Slicer yet, because it gets a lot better with the Horde Master next turn. Because then all the goblins that come in are 2/2s. Plus we get the free trigger here. Alright. This is kind of our turn to walk away. Let's see how much they can impact the battlefield. Scavenge. Pick it up. Doesn't get put back down just yet, though. It's a 3/4. We hit the frontline rush, which is kind of cute. I still don't want to trade away the goblin. The Seer Slicer, I think. I think everyone else is good to go. Yeah, we'll go ahead and trade that off. Or trade our removal spell for the fear. Okay, I think they're squarely on the back foot now. With the Goblin producing 2/2s every turn. That's quite a lot. No cards in hand to discard. Alright, 2 damage to the face. Put a +1 counter. Spreads it out. No attacks. We hit another creature here. Other goblins you control have haste. I don't think that's relevant. I don't think we're going to throw away this one either. I think everyone, I think we keep the base around. They have one nowhere to run here. Are they going to kill the heavy? No. I think it's just this. Assuming one nowhere to run here. Yeah. Alright. Takes out the Lord. No goblin on top. Chomp chomp down to 10. Play the next goblin. Well, we're making 3 goblins a turn. Now we're making 4 goblins a turn. Since they know where to run one of these guys. We assume one more nowhere to run. We get in for what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not quite lethal. I don't think we throw away everyone yet. I think all the 1/1s can go still. Bounce a token. Alright, drop to 7. Now we're looking towards lethal. Might be attack all button. Unless we have a crazy mana sink for the heavy this coming turn. How much stick do they have here? That's what I want to know. I guess they'll always have the Hopeless Nightmare open, so there's no way to know. They actually start attack. What the fuck? What is that? Wow, you're being super fucking annoying. What the fuck is that? Alright, I mean, that's a pretty good top deck. I think it's attack all at this point. Make him have it. If we don't win this turn, so they kill the Horde Master here. They go block, 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 still take 2, 7, 8, 9, right? I think we go for it. I don't think that solves it. There's no 1 mana instant they would play. To land off the top. I don't know. I do not know what was up with that attack. Good game. Yeah, it was okay. No, don't give me that. Don't give me that. Get out of here. Alright, I think we'll do 1-ish more. And then, yeah, I'm coming up on the end of my availability to do this. Then it's a long day. A good day. A good day ahead of me, but a lot to do. So maybe we'll end a little bit early. Usually I try to get to the just over the 50-minute mark, play one last game, and then a little chit-chat at the end. But maybe we'll just do one more here. Gives me time to shower and stuff. Massa Alex. Oh man, I played this guy yesterday. It was blue-white control. So, we're on the play. We have no 2-drop, but we'll keep this. And you pump out a little more damage here. We can go one drop next turn. Let's hope they don't have lockdown in the opening hand. We do have a white land to start. Okay, get this speed started. Is there a smite? I don't think there's any stick. Nowhere to move but forward. It's another white source. Maybe they're not Azorius control today. Maybe it's a brand new day. Stick. Perhaps they get lost here on the bomber. Move to combat. Get lost on the bomber. 215. Still, we get to find out if it's turn 3 lockdown. We're just as sad as we were yesterday. The question is, do we scoop immediately? They are the same deck. Or do we just move on to the next game? Oh, they don't have it. Alright, that's nice. Alright, so we want to use anti-map tokens here. I think the answer is actually yes. Like, we maybe even don't even play the Goblin this turn. This is the card they most want to kill, but it also scales the best. I think we'll start here anyway. If they use removal here, it indicates they might not have the sweeper, so then we can commit to the next Goblin. Nothing yet. We'll run back one more. Again, we'll put it on the double striker. Another Bastronaut on top. It is, it does hit really hard. It's not amazing, but we're going to get the speed up to 4, so it's not awful, I don't think. I think we'll prepare to flash in the frontline rush. That's kind of a waste, though, isn't it? Question is, do you commit to the Seer Slicer Goblin? They do nothing here. It's more likely they're preparing for a sweeper than anything else, right? It's either that or a counterspell. So I think it's perhaps more sensible to just hold the rush. Can either save it to try to go for lethal next turn, or we can just flash in some 1/1s. Union, yeah. Okay. Forgot they played that card. That's kind of what was our undoing last game. We could not, we did not have the Nemesis. Alright, so here is the lockdown, by the way. Goodbye. And if we do the rush thing, we immediately get to attack with a Goblin. Or, like, trigger the Goblin. So I guess we go for that. Okay, nowhere to go but forward. $211, and we see if they run out the next sweeper or not. Lifeland. Okay, this lets us do one more Bastronaut trigger. Unlikely to survive. I think we'll attack all. They could have a smite, but I think we'll keep pushing here. I imagine they'll kill it, but we got nothing else to do, so might as well. Okay. Okay. That's got haste. To 6. Lethal is presented. Bastronaut is lethal by itself. If you attack with the Firebrand or not. I guess you kind of throw it away for nothing, right? We can always just sack it. This guy's got Menace, though. think we'll go all in over saving the scamp. So this is 6, but they could have one more of the unit of third path. So we'll see. Another gets lost or rides in or something. 3 steps ahead, draw discard. They maybe don't have the answer yet in hand. Alright, we get there. Alright, that is a lovely note to end on. The redemption arc. So, you know, it's too low of a sample size to really say anything conclusive about this. About World Leader's Call and Torch's Tower. Like, we just didn't play enough games to see all that. World Leader's Call is a good card, though. It's weird, I've never played it before until recently, but the double to tripling of damage is non-trivial. So, yeah, you can kind of run it any which way you want. Yeah. More Goblins feels good, but you'll get run over on the draw versus mono red, and Torch Tower will help you a little bit versus mono red. So, it's whatever you're in the mood for. This is it for today's video. I need to pump out a thumbnail, too, I forgot, and then get showered and then get on with my day. If you enjoyed the video, you can hit the like button. You can subscribe as we approach 40,000 subscribers, and leave a comment. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.